So this is Tekkiner. Tekkiner is rapidly refining business ideas through mobile app technologies.
Okay.
The problem is that humans have long struggled to expose valuable ideas, from ideas scratched on cave walls to great businesses. And ideas need refinement, critical refinement, to breathe, progress, fail, and to grow. And in order to move forward, we must start refining new ideas, amplifying inspiration, and freeing our minds. The Tekkiner proposition is that it augments the existing refinement network to rapidly refine the new founder and new business ideas. And when the new founder finds themselves lost, critical refinement can be found on the Tekkiner Refinement Network. Tekkiner offers structured criticism, refining as ideas progress. Tekkiner structures ideas for the next steps they'll need to take. Why are ideas unrefined? New founders and new ideas are lost and scared, and they lock up. They avoid areas of chaos, resilience, and progress. And you and I kind of talked about this a little bit before, like there's kind of this cultural barrier that occurs there. We can free our ideas through refinement. So ideas must be tested and refined safely, and tracking the refinement is tracking progress. So there's kind of this cycle that occurs where a business idea emerges, it's pitched and refined, critical feedback emerges, and then that's repeated. And if you can track that progress in a loop, you can track the progression of a business idea. There's an application workflow that we're currently building. So this is kind of screens from the current technical prototype. This is kind of how it'll go out as MVP.
Yep.
So the first stage is to create, educate, and refine the new founder and their ideas. The next step is to match them and assess their current progress. So they can be matched with potential funding opportunities. They can also be matched with other entrepreneurs or other ideas that are very similar. And then they can share, meet, and partner up. This app is very simple, straightforward, and accessible, and users can use it to track the refinement progress. I tried to aim to have this be as simple as using a dating app, so that I'm not someone who's on those apps, but if you've ever heard of how Tinder works, you can like swipe left and swipe right to indicate interest.
Right.
Early tactics target the refinement of the potential founder's new ideas. So I want to be able to assist an inspired student or a new entrepreneur or a new founder, might be a better use there. Work with existing area entrepreneurship networks in Western New York, put the web app in hands of entrepreneurs and students, tune into changing from the Rust Belt to the refinement belt. So that's a kind of mantra that I issued earlier, and create blogs, webcasts, and innovation events. And I'll talk more about those innovation events later.
Okay.
Tekkiner revenue follows a freemium model. So clients boost refinement rates through premium features, and institutional clients can access unrefined ideas. So these ideas that people want to accelerate, they can pay to put more ideas through the pipeline, or they can pay to have them go through the pipeline more often.
Right.
We also have kind of an automated feedback versus manual feedback option.
Okay.
But refinement boosts and premium features are kind of the drivers of revenue. What does the market size look like? Well, the primary market is the new founder, a student or a first-time founder with an idea to test. There are 472 million entrepreneurs in the world, running about 305 million startups, and there are 100 million new startup ideas per year. We want to get to the point where people are looking to Tekkiner every time they have a new startup idea, that they think this is where I can put that idea so that I can safely store it and then share it with who I want to.
Right.
The Tekkiner team is led by me, Matt Nia Harp. I just put my title in there as servant leader because formal titles aren't really too important right now. There's multiple developers and startup community advocates already working on it as a passion project. One is Doug Kellermeyer, and another is a co-founder I'm talking to this Saturday about formally him coming on board. And it's a mixture of experienced and new founders, which I think is important in the founding team. We don't want to have all experienced people or all new people. We want to have some people who can represent both parts of the product and idea life cycle.
Right.
Here's our competition. So Tekkiner is way over here on the right, on the upper right.
Yep.
And the way I broke these out is between things that are living and things that are dying and then between left and right, things that are joyous and inclusive versus tedious and exclusive. So you'll see Tekkiner is actually, I think, kind of a proxy for a spirited debate, right? So when you don't have the ability to go out and have a conversation with people like during COVID, Tekkiner could be a supplement for that type of spirited debate that you would have, kind of unpacking an idea and coming to either an agreement or structured disagreement.
Right.
You'll also see that there's higher education programs under there, which I see them as kind of gradually drifting downwards. Were previously very alive, but they are now tedious and exclusive, and they're gradually heading towards like the lower left quadrant. And this is kind of an interesting way of laying out the competition. But our biggest competition is honestly higher education programs and pencil and paper presentations that are then morphed into office solutions. So we can talk more about that later. Why here and why now? Well, Rochester and the refinement belt area are targeted as the next technology refinement hubs. In books like Jumpstart America, for example, there are 10 cities in the top 20 that are targeted as refinement hubs, or they call them future technology hubs. And those 10 cities that I'm talking about are all between Albany, New York, and Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
The market of ideas is currently disrupted by COVID, and the educational and institutional systems are reeling. And technology already exists for sharing naked pictures. It could be repurposed to share naked ideas. How's that for a tagline?
That's pretty good.
The competitive advantages. Tekkiner is aligned to higher callings of the human spirit. It refines people and ideas in a known failure pattern, identifies unexpected alignment and unity, has a low barrier to entry and a highly accessible platform. It's fueled by a vision of entrepreneurial revival, and it serves an idea-driven free society and a market economy. The financial projections we're looking at are break even by July 1, 2021. That would happen if we have 3,250 users, of which 6% of users are premium paying users. So to put a kind of a comparison on that, I actually think we'll have 3,000 users by January 1 of 2021, so 6 months earlier than that. And 10% of users that use services like Tinder, this dating app that I was talking about, are premium paying users. So this is actually a very conservative estimate, probably too conservative. And I see potential exit strategies through an IPO or an acquisition by kind of a downstream service like Gust.
Right.
The current status is we're working on a prototype and a technical MVP. It's under development. I have 2 developers who are currently working on it, and I'm a developer as well, although I try not to kind of dive in and get my hands as dirty. I actually built the first prototype for this before I brought anyone on. Yeah. We have focus groups from several public incubators, accelerators, and academic institutions, and we're planning on having like a pilot batch this summer. And I'm currently seeking funds to accelerate development and sponsor innovation pop-up events within the city of Rochester. An innovation pop-up is basically like a karaoke style, walk up to the microphone, say that you have something to talk about. And then I have this vision of, as people are talking about it, they get like all of 5 minutes to pitch and then answer some questions. And then at the end, have people rapidly print up a business card and a t-shirt that they can take away for a total of like $10.
Right.
So I'm working with a local area company on how to make that happen. Here's a list of people who I've kind of treated as informal advisors. I know the text is a little small, but this is kind of the entrepreneur network in Rochester that I've been floating this out to. And everyone on here has seen this pitch deck and has given feedback on the deck itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm recognizing a number of names, people I'm trying to get in touch with as well.
Well, let me help you with that if you'd like.
No, that's great.
And that's about where I would end without going into any of the additional appendix information. So I'll stop sharing there.
How do you